Welcome back to the channel. I'm Big Mike and this is my garage gym. But I haven't trained in my garage gym in a minute. And the last week or so, I came back into the garage gym and noticed that there's 5 really big cons to owning a garage gym. Now, why didn't these things come up earlier? Well, they have. I've just kind of been avoiding them and kind of deluding myself into thinking that they're not real. I don't really care about them. They're small, but they're really big problems and really big issues that I've found to not only be problems that I have, but most people that try to start a home gym and then end up selling their home gym because of one of or all of these issues. So let's just get straight to the cons. The first one is probably the biggest and most overarching of the cons, because you can't really start a home gym or improve the home gym without a meaningful budget. And what I mean by that is, yeah, I've made some $200 home gym builds and $500 home gym build videos, but at the end of the day, you're gonna want more. And even if you don't want more, you're gonna limit yourself by those budgets, or whatever budget you may have is going to limit what you can do. And that kind of sucks. I think most of us have started our fitness journeys in the commercial gym space, so we've been we've been kind of privileged in that sense. And now we're in a garage, or we have been in a home gym setting for a little bit, and maybe we've forgotten some of those luxuries because of the having to stay at home status that lasted for so long. And you know, now everything's pretty much back to normal and you don't really have to put up with that anymore. And that kind of sucks, because the garage gym or home gym community is really just an awesome community. And it sucks that, you know, you can't have state-of-the-art equipment and you can't fit all the stuff you'd like to have in your garage gym, and you can't afford to have all the stuff you'd like to have in your garage gym. And that sucks. It really does. But that kind of leads me to my next point, and that is being limited on space and limited on how much you can actually have realistically. And this is aside from your budget, because I had to do a couple of leg days in the garage gym recently, and I noticed that just in bumpers, I didn't have enough weight, and I had to go out and get some more. And even though now everything seems to be a little more available, it just seemed like such a big hassle to have to do that. After 2 years or 3 years of building this space up to what it is, and being limited in that, kind of like, I don't know, it kind of just sucked. And then there are a couple of things that I got used to using, like the combo rack, and I don't have that now, so I have to roll up my bench. And the deadlift bar, I don't have that now, so I was just using the 28 millimeter bar that I have. And this is more or less one of the pettier cons, but it's still nonetheless a con, right? In the commercial space, you don't have to worry about that. There's thousands of pounds available to you. There's multiple machines of the same machine, so you can probably get to use it. Yeah, there's people that you have to deal with, but that's a commercial gym con, not a home gym con, which I guess is a home gym pro, right? You don't have to share the space with anybody you don't want to. But anyway, moving on to the next point, and that is cleanliness. So I had started using a commercial space, and I got used to just re-racking my stuff and then leaving, getting the hell out of there. And then when I came back to the garage gym, I did one workout and it got really messy. And then my wife and trash day and a bunch of other stuff got sort of the garage into like the state of crap everywhere, like a normal garage, right? It started to look more like that and less like an actual gym. And that stopped me from working out pretty much the whole weekend, because I was like, oh crap, I gotta pick that up. What kind of crap is this? Who's gonna help me? Knowing damn well that it's just me, and I gotta shut up and just pick up the space so that I can work out here. On top of that, every time you got to do that. There's some barbells like my Bells of Steel bare naked power bar that I got to clean up after. There was a bunch of cobwebs and spider webs over on the functional trainer behind the camera. A bunch of this stuff just hasn't been touched in a hot minute since I was just doing squat, bench, and deadlift for a really long time. So there was a lot of things that needed maintenance. And unfortunately, there's just not enough time in the day to be here and there. I got kids, I got a job. There's like, all of this stuff started to pile up. And I was like, do I really got to do this every time? So the fourth con on my list is kind of a con and kind of not really a con. It kind of depends, you know. A lot of home gym owners are introverts. They kind of stay to themselves. They put on their headphones and they just do their workout. And they're so afraid of other people that they won't even ask for a spot on bench press. So these are crazy people, right? That don't just want to be by themselves. So I get that. But I think the community, because it's so isolated and introvert in that sense, it's missing out on something called hype. And I just got this again. I started out in a powerlifting gym way back. Man, I forgot what it was like to be, hyped up into doing a heavy lift or hitting that PR. And because I was doing a meet prep and lifting with a bunch of, like a crew basically, I got used to that. I got used to getting hyped up and being, having that positive energy. And here in the garage, there's nobody really doing that. There's nobody pushing me aside from me. And yeah, that is a great characteristic and trait to have, but sometimes you're just kind of like on your phone or chilling, or, you just want to do like the least amount of work possible. And that's cool, sure. But sometimes you got to get your ass kicked into gear and get the shit done. And that's something that's not really going to happen in the garage. You got to kind of motivate yourself to get out here and do that stuff. And if it's dirty or you don't have enough stuff and it's like, oh, well, what am I deadlifting for if I can't do the heaviest deadlift or if I can't hit a PR? You start to make up all these excuses, or, oh, that lateral raise machine at the commercial gym was really nice, but I don't have it here, so might as well not do a shoulder day. Whoa. Like, these are, petty, sure, like kind of bitchy excuses. Yeah, I get that. But at the same time, they might be the difference between you working out and getting a really good pump and seeing growth, and you skipping another workout and not being consistent and not seeing progress. These issues really make it suck, really make it hard to be in here. And that brings me to my last con, my last point. Temperature control. Man, I have been avoiding this so damn long. I've never tried to invest more than $100 in fans or heat radiators, anything. I've just kind of buckled in and went for the ride. Who gives a shit about optimal training? That's a fucking myth anyways, okay? And honestly, it kind of fucking is. So if you're looking for like a perfect situation, guess what? Most powerlifting meets aren't in an AC space. So like you're going to be sweating, you're going to warm up faster than you normally do if you're training in a commercial gym, and that's going to fucking suck. And then come meet day, you're not going to know how to react because you're going to be like really hot, you're going to be sweating, or you're going to be really cold and it's going to be harder for you to warm up. Like, just fucking do the shit that you need to do so you can have the best day possible. And then I've never done a bodybuilding show or whatever, but I hear it's fucking nuts. Like, your brain is doing all kinds of different shit because you haven't eaten in a while, and that's not optimal at all. So, optimal training doesn't really exist outside of research studies. And even then, their variables are so out of whack, sometimes you gotta kind of cherry pick the information, okay? That being said, if you could invest just a little bit of money, I mean, look at all the crap that I have in here. I've spent over 10 grand on all the shit that's in here. And there's not a guy, there's not a damn fan that actually makes it feel less hot than it actually is. And this whole week, the heat index has been in the hundreds. 110 is, I think, the highest it got, maybe 112. It's Texas. It's fucking hot. And this shit has really been affecting my workouts. And I wanted to make a video where you could actually see the training. It's probably just going to be B-roll at this point. But man, it's really suffered. And it's a hell of an excuse, sure. But at the end of the day, it's something that could have been avoided if I just invested maybe $1,000, $2,000 into an actual AC or temperature control unit in the beginning. I just had to nut up and do it, as opposed to now where it's the middle of summer, baby, and it's really kind of kicking my ass. And you know, I only started training here because the commercial gym that I was going to lost power, and I had to do the workout or I had to push it another day. And even if I had pushed it another day, I was so busy with clients that there was no possibility of me getting a good workout at the commercial gym within the next like 2 days. So I just said, screw it. I have all this stuff at home. What am I really talking about here? 105 degrees? Like, come on. I've been through worse. I was a Marine. I was training out in the California desert, California heat, and you know, I was in like all my camouflage gear, carrying a camera, carrying an M16, like carrying a big ass pack. Like, I've been through worse. But at the same time, that was freaking 5 years ago, and I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about anymore because, again, going on a little bit of a tangent there, but just if you're gonna have a garage gym, which again is freaking sweet, invest in money is what I would say is my advice, because otherwise it's gonna suck if it's too cold or if it's too hot and the garage is somehow hotter or your home gym is somehow worse than it is outside. That really sucks. And again, you can be as motivated and hardcore as you want to be, but the workout is only going to be harder, and it's not really going to make you stronger or better. It's just going to be harder. It's going to make it harder for you to breathe, recover between sets, and that shit's really not like feeding into your progression. So what the hell are you doing, right? Okay, that's it. That's my whole tangent. I know it kind of made it a longer video, and at the end of the day, no, I'm not against a home gym. I say own a home gym because, like I mentioned, the commercial gym that I was going to lost power. What the hell was I going to do? Just take a freaking rest day in the middle of the week? Fuck no. That's stupid. I would not have done that. I'd rather train in super hot weather than not go to the gym. 2, yeah, sure, you got to clean up. Who gives a shit? Just clean up and do your workout. 3, hype. Who needs it? Learn to fight the demons in your head, and that's good enough. 4, what was the other con that I had? Something about budget? Just make more money, work more hours, invest your money, make money that makes money for you, and I don't know, buy more shit. Buy better shit, buy shit that you like to use. And yeah, I don't know, what was my other con? I forgot already. So that's it. That's the whole video. Those are my 5 biggest home gym cons. If you think I forgot something or, you know, think I was being too petty, let me know in the comments below. Let's start a little bit of a tussle. And yeah, if you like this type of video, press that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys hopefully in a better video.